How's it going, everybody? It's Stas here. Hope you guys had a great weekend and are ready to get back into it. I for sure am. And in today's video, like we do each and every Sunday, we're going to break down the markets, some stocks, some charts, my thoughts on the markets, and essentially my game plan for this upcoming week. So sit back, relax, hit the like button, subscribe, and check out my Patreon. If you guys want my buys, sells, call outs, morning update videos, all of that's linked right down below. And you guys could also get 50 free bucks from M1 Finance. And guess what? That's also linked right down below. And with that being said, let's get right into the video. So at this point, everybody and their grandmother knows the stock market has been doing extraordinarily well, especially over the past 2 to 3 weeks, right around that time period, ever since pretty much the 14th of October. The markets have just shot straight up. They broke out of 455, which was that high from the beginning of September, which we did talk about and call out here on the channel. And the momentum got even stronger when we broke out of 455. And for QQQ, which tracks the NASDAQ 100, you guys probably know that at this point, this has also been completely exploding the past 2-3 weeks, especially when we broke out of 380, 382, which was the high from the beginning of September, which, again, not to toot my own horn, but we call that out. We call that out here on the YouTube channel, which is why you guys must subscribe for all the free content here. So markets are ripping. We're pretty overbought. The futures market isn't open right now since I'm filming this at about 3:20. But when you're watching this, and that's 3:20 East Coast time, by the way, and when you guys are watching this, the futures market's going to be open. So let me know down below for whatever it's worth, because we do know futures markets change overnight. But comment down below. Let me know what the S&P futures are up or down as of now, and we'll see where it goes from there. And overall, you guys know my stance in the very short term here is we're a bit overheated, bit overbought. I'm not saying we're going to collapse, but I'm saying I would not be surprised if we did see a little bit of a sell-off, maybe at some point this week. We'll see how it goes. So hit the like button. Let me know your thoughts. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And now let's get into the nitty-gritty, because we have a lot of companies here that are reporting, and each company we're going to talk about today in this video, they're reporting earnings this upcoming week. So let's talk. Number one we have is PayPal, ticker symbol PYPL. And if you guys are in my Patreon, you know this is one that I've been picking up more of in my long-term account, especially these past 1-2 weeks. Pretty much ever since. Do you guys remember that PayPal rumor that came out that they were going to acquire Pinterest? Well, ever since that point, Pinterest shot up and now they're way down again. But in that time period, Pinterest shot up, but PayPal went down a lot. And it actually started this big down leg that we've been seeing the past couple of weeks. The down move ever since that point. You know, PayPal went from 270, now it's trading at 225. So I actually picked up, and that's a 16% drop, by the way, which is a lot for a company the size of PayPal, right? And during that time, I've been buying some, 235, 227, I think, right around there. And this is already, an existing position for me. I'm just adding more to it, right? So PayPal, they report earnings on the 8th, so that is tomorrow. And if we look on the 3-year chart and zoom in a bit, you can probably see it on the yearly chart as well. We're in a downwards channel. We have been ever since the beginning of 2021, more in February, which was about 9 months ago. So at this point, we've been in this channel, and now we're towards the bottom of this channel. And considering the stock is down 27% in the past couple of months, it's very oversold. I'm not saying it can't go lower, but at this point in time, let's say, especially if they beat earnings as well, do well with guidance tomorrow, I think we could see some sort of rebound here. Considering it's down 27%, it's very oversold, and we're towards the bottom of the channel. So I think momentum could kick in here, but the second we start breaking under 220, 215, 210, then we're going to have to reevaluate it because that would be a huge break of this channel. So keep your eyes out on PayPal. AMC is another one that I'm looking at. I know it's a meme coin, or not a meme coin. I'm so used to these meme coins and crypto these days, guys. This is a meme stock, kind of similar, but a lot of these meme coins don't have much going for them. Maybe AMC does. Who knows? And we're going to find out tomorrow because they report earnings after market hours. And what we're noticing here is this stock has been seeing some steam. You know, you can see it's trading above the moving averages on the 4-hour chart. We hit the bottom of the wedge. We bounced on the bottom of the wedge. Now we're heading towards the top of the wedge. And if we start breaking, in my opinion, 45, which is where I'm going to set my first alert here, if we start getting out of there, guys, and we start taking the highs out from the middle of October, almost a month ago, this could be off to the races, especially now that we're seeing, now I'm looking at this. This is kind of a bull flag. You know, we're seeing the bull flag. We're breaking above the moving averages. Earnings are coming up. There's clearly some hype around that. I think there could be a push here. So keep your eyes out on AMC. Palantir is another one, PLTR. This one's moving up nicely, but I am worried a bit now that we're seeing a bit of a double top at 26.75. That worries me, considering that was resistance in the beginning of October, so about a month ago. And the fact that we double topped there, failed to break, that's worrying me a bit. But look at this, right? If I extend this from 26.70 across, you guys can see the double top. And one thing worth mentioning is we're actually uptrending still. We're above both moving averages. We're simply seeing a dip here, and we're already seeing a green candlestick above the moving averages again. So buyers are stepping in. So this is interesting. We have a double top, uptrends continuing, and I'm noticing an ascending triangle, which is what I just drew out here. So this is, we're going to need to watch this. Guys, I'm telling you, there's going to be momentum in either direction, but we just have to figure out what direction that is, because if Palantir breaks 26.70, we just have to be patient here. You know, this could start ripping $30, maybe 29, and with earnings coming up on the 9th, which is Tuesday, 7 a.m., so that's pre-market, we're going to see some volatility. It's we just have to wait and see what direction that volatility is in. So keep your eyes out on Palantir. NEO is another one that I'm excited about for this week. I'm noticing an inverse head and shoulders, left shoulder head, right shoulder. We're above both moving averages. We're seeing a golden cross, so this looks pretty bullish at this point. And the fact that we took out the highs from beginning September is also very bullish. So I think NEO, granted, if they flop on earnings, this could go a lot lower. But let's say they do well with earnings, revenue, guidance, EPS, all that good stuff. There's upside, in my opinion, to 46, 47. That would be where that right shoulder completes in this inverse head and shoulder pattern. And if we broke 47, now we're talking a push maybe towards those highs from beginning of July, $55 per share. So I'm going to put my alert here. Let's do this now. Buy, or not buy alert, an alert in general here, guys, so I can see where we end up ripping to. So I'm going to put one at 44. We'll see what happens at the high from last week. If we break 44, let's see what happens at 46, 50, 47. From there, boom, 50 is in reach. So watch out for NEO this week. Coinbase is another one that I'm personally looking at, which, full disclosure, I don't own Coinbase anymore. I used to. I bought it at 270, sold it at 315, then the rest at about 325, 27 roughly. And now I'm completely out of it. And all you guys in my Patreon know that. And I've been saying to you guys, look for a pullback. I think we could get something towards 300, hopefully under 300, 270. If you guys notice here on this chart, 270 was that double top that we had a couple of months ago back in August and September, and then we saw a big sell-off after that, and the SEC news kind of helped that, sell-off occur. And now that we broke out of the double top, clearly, we ran to the mid-300s. We're overbought, in my opinion. I'm seeing a bearish divergence as well. I think we could pull back to where the double top was, and we would act, or that level would act as support, in other words, at 280, 270, and I'm going to be patient. If we get down there, I will be buying back into Coinbase, but now I'm out of it. I locked in my gains, and I'm just waiting to see if we get that pullback, and it might not happen. Understand that. Earnings could come out, and Coinbase could be $400, and I'm SHIT out of luck, if you know what that means. But it's all good because that's happened to me. I already know what it feels like. And I've been on the other side where I gamble on earnings and it ran up. Either way, where I am right now, I made money on Coinbase, and that's all that matters. Upstart, UPST. This one's looking pretty good as well. It hit $400 about 2-3 weeks ago. And now it's pulled back $70. That's a good chunk out of 400, right? It's in a bear market. It's down 20%. And now they have earnings coming up on the 9th, which, mind you, Palantir, Neo, Coinbase, Upstart, they're all on the 9th, which is on Tuesday. And PayPal, AMC, they're on Monday, tomorrow. I'm noticing a wedge on Upstart here, and we're trading above the 180 SMA, and we're trying to slowly but surely break above the 50 SMA, which also would be the top of the wedge. So I really want to see if Upstart could break out here, because from there, guys, I'm telling you, mid 300s, high 300s, no problem. That is where that could be going. DoorDash, let's pop it up. DASH. DoorDash, you guys use it? I personally don't, but a lot of people do, and that is why they went public. I believe the same day that Airbnb went public. Both of those went public on the same days, and you know, I don't know which one's done better, and that's not the point of this, but they're both doing pretty well, especially now that I'm looking at Airbnb did end up breaking out of the ascending triangle, which we did call out here on the channel. But going back to DoorDash, let's see what's going on. It's trading under both moving averages, which is a bit bearish, but we are holding the wedge, which is solid. And we're noticing the start of a death cross. 50's crossing under the 180 SMA. I'm not sure if that's going to continue. But overall, what I'm seeing over the past month and a half, we're in a wedge. So we have to pick a direction. Do we break under 200, under 190? That would not be good. Or do we break, well, that wouldn't be good for the bulls. Or do we break out of 210, the top of the wedge, above the moving averages, into 215, which would be good for the bulls. So that's kind of what I'm waiting for as of now for DoorDash. Let's see what the heck happens with that one. Disney, DIS, let's pop that up. They had a big move on Friday. This one up over 3%, up over $5 per share. And I'm noticing this one is in a funky pattern. No doubt about it. This is probably one of those large caps out there that had the most volatility as of late. Just looking at this chart, look at the volatility Disney has seen since the beginning of May, just about 6 months ago. It has gone from 170 to 185 countless of times, probably over 10, 15 times, and we just hit 170 recently, and now we're going towards 180 again. But we are trading above both moving averages, which in the past, we've seen that as well the past 5-6 months, and they've all ended up being bull traps. This time around, I'm not too convinced that it's not a bull trap. I think it could be a bull trap. So I'm personally going to wait. And all these stocks, guys, I'm not gambling on them before earnings. So with Disney, I'm just going to wait until after earnings, and we'll see how they look, right? Earnings are coming up on the 9th, which is on, this is the 10th, which is on, Wednesday. So listen, Disney, if they do well, we have to see park revenue, which got hit the most during the crisis. If they do well with numbers, then we get direction above 180, 185. That is when I think momentum could really start shifting. And my dog is right here. She's, what are you doing? She's being funny right now. She's like moving around in her little seat. She's trying to get my attention. But yeah, I'm petting her right now as I'm filming, guys. So bear with me. So, Disney doing pretty well, but I still don't think it's off to the races yet, which is why we're going to watch it at 180. Tattooed Chef, which I've been doing a lot of covered calls on the past couple of weeks, they report earnings on, the 10th of November, which is also a Wednesday, same day as Disney. This is a company that has just been very volatile as well, but not just in the past 4 or 5 months like Disney. This thing has been volatile pretty much over the past year and 3 months. So 15, 16 months, this thing has been up and down like crazy. It's gone from 13 to 28, 15 to 25, and what you're noticing is it's tightening. Each move that we make isn't as drastic as the one before in the pumps and in the dumps. And what that's telling me is we're digging deeper and deeper into the wedge. You guys notice that it's very clear on this 3-year chart rather. And if I pull up the 4-hour, now we're slowly trying to break 18, 19, which could take us above $20 for the first time in a couple of weeks. So with earnings coming up on Wednesday, we got to watch this. And full disclosure, I own Tattooed Chef. I'm in at about $18, and I've just been selling the calls, and I've done like 3-4 covered call trades with them the past couple of weeks. I do a week or 2 weeks out, then I end up letting it expire worthless, then I just rinse and repeat and do it again. And essentially, I make passive income this way. And you guys can check out my covered calls videos. Just go on the search tab, Stasserfest, selling covered calls, if you don't know what I'm talking about. But I've been doing that with Tattooed Chef. And at this point, if they spike up after earnings, well, actually, I'm already in covered calls right now, so I might have to close those before earnings, or I might let them ride through because I think I sold the $22 ones, so I'm not too worried it's going to get the 22, but after earnings, that is, but we'll see. And overall, I do a lot of trading options with this one, and it depends. I like choosing the ones that have more volatility, that gives more premium, so that's a whole different topic for a whole different video, guys. But look, Tattooed Chef, we got to watch it. TPR, we also have to watch. This is Tapestry Inc. They broke out of this downwards channel that they were in pretty much for the most of 2021, 6 months, which is half of it, a lot of the year. And now we're finally seeing a breakout. We're trading out of the resistance of the channel. We're above the moving averages. It looks like we want to start gunning for the mid-40s, which was the high from the middle of August, guys. So, hey, it's gaining steam. If we take out 45, this one's off to the races. So, yeah, the 11th, which is what? Thursday? That is when Tapestry reports. So let's see how long we're in here now. 17 minutes. All right, we have a couple more. I mean, we have some bonus ones. This video is kind of short for my standard. 20 minutes usually is what I do, so we could bang out a couple other ones quickly. Beyond Meat, the pattern's looking like crap. I have my alert set at 110, which is right by the high from middle October and late October. So I want to see if we break 110. That's the main level, and with earnings coming up on the 10th, Wednesday, we got to watch out for it. Open Door, OPEN. This one's been reversing. I mean, it was a stock that was 30 plus bucks, probably even higher than that at one point. It hit 13 and it got destroyed. Now it looks like it bottomed at 13, reversing. We're riding the moving averages, and we saw a big dip the past couple of days. I think Zillow probably affected that in some way. You know what's going on with Zillow. We're not going to talk about that here, but yeah, it's at 22. It's down about 13%. So let's see if this makes a move back to the mid-20s with earnings on Wednesday. Fubo is another one, FUBO. This one's been reversing as well. Now it's trading at a multi-month high, but I do want to see it break the high point from the middle of August and the end of June at about 34.35, which as of now, we are struggling there. So if 35 could break, earnings are coming up on the 9th, Tuesday. This could be a runner. Keep an eye on it. Last one. If you guys are here, hit the like button. Let me know in the comments. We have SoFi. This one is also reporting, which like Coinbase, these are two stocks that I made a lot of money on. I was in both of them. SoFi, I was in and out more than I was with Coinbase, but still, I made money with both of them. Now I'm out of them. I want these to see a pullback because, quite frankly, I think they deserve a pullback. They've ran up too much, so if they disappoint Coinbase, SoFi with earnings, SoFi, we get a haircut to the 18, 17 level. I'll be back in on SoFi, just like I'll be back in on Coinbase at 260, 270 if it gets there. So that's it. 14 stocks. We did a lot of stocks today. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Make sure to hit the like button and check out my Patreon. And before you do that, make sure to subscribe as well. And check out my Patreon. If you guys want my buy, sells, call outs, morning update videos, more access to me throughout the day, all of that is linked right down below on Patreon, or you guys can go to stocksurfest.com/Patreon and you can check out my M1 Finance link and my Webull link. Those are linked down below if you want 2 stocks from Webull and 50 free bucks from M1 Finance. All you have to do is deposit $100 into both of those, and boom, we each get some free money. So I'll catch you all in the next video, which I made one earlier talking about the Tesla situation, Elon Musk. Go watch it out. I'll pop it up here. I'll see you there. Thanks for watching again. As always, keep crushing the markets. Stay safe out there. Peace out, guys.